Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Tonight we're going to be doing a quick preview of the Manchester United versus Newcastle game, and if you will just bear with me, I'll see if I can pop this open. And yeah, this is a game following the disappointing 3-0 defeat to Manchester City, which, in all honesty, is a game that we're going to want to forget about. But yeah, as for the game against Newcastle, I just thought I would impart my almighty wisdom and basically inject you with a bit of positivity towards this match. So, first things first, my predicted 11, I think I'm going to go with Onana in net, Maguire and Varane at the back. Obviously, Evans and Maguire started against Newcastle, but I think Ten Hag's going to go back to Maguire and Varane after that lovely display of football. Mackenzie, how you doing, man? At left back, we're probably going to go with Sergio. I think Ten Hag was somewhat resting him, but hopefully Sergio's back from injury now and can have a good account against Newcastle. As for right back, this is something that Mackenzie will be very happy with. Delo, we've got no other option. I've put Amrabat at CDM. I don't know if Casemiro is available if he's recovered from his injury, but from what I've seen, I don't think Casemiro will be playing this game. I don't know if Ten Hag's come out and actually said anything to counteract that, but yeah, no, I don't think Casemiro is available yet. As for the remaining midfielders, I could see Ten Hag trying to play Mount, but I think McTominay has had a decent account of himself anyway over the past few games. Didn't give away a penalty last game, so that's positive. Here's a funny little stat for you as well. I've just thought of this. In our last 3 games, we've given away 3 penalties. That's a great bit of knowledge there for you. Boldy moves up into midfield and Delo goes into backline when Boldy moves up when attacking through the left, hopefully. You'd hope so. You'd hope that there'd be some kind of style. I personally agree with Gary Neville's comments. I know a few people have been turning a bit sour on Gary Neville, but what is our style of play? I have no clue. Not had 1 pen this season. We haven't been awarded 1 pen. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. That's mad. That's mad given how many opportunities they've actually had to give us one as well. But yeah, for the remaining starting 11, Fernandes speaks for himself. Solid guy. Left wing, I'm going with Marcus Rashford, but I would not be surprised in the slightest if Garnacho starts, especially given the news of Marcus Rashford going to the nightclub or whatever after the City loss. That was quite disappointing to hear, even though it was a birthday celebration and Malacia joined him. I'm still not very happy with Marcus regarding that. Højlund up front. Could potentially see Martial start, in all honesty. We haven't seen Martial for a while, and it is the Cup, so Ten Hag could be looking to rotate. And Anthony right wing, which I'm surprised he didn't start the derby, to be honest, but I'm guessing Ten Hag went with something slightly different with the tactics on that one. I want to see Diallo and Mainu in the team. I'm looking forward to when we've got a full strength squad because we'll have a lot of attacking options, in all honesty. But yeah, fear not, Mackenzie, because I can see that you're worrying. I can feel the nervousness through the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inject a little bit of hopium into your veins, okay? So now let's look at the stats behind the stats. So, stat number 1. Manchester United have faced Newcastle 29 times at Old Trafford, winning 20, drawing 8, and losing once. Now, if that isn't a stat, I don't know what is. And given that this is in the EFL Cup, am I right in saying that it goes straight to penalties if we draw? Don't skip to the next stat, man. But yeah, stat number 2. Manchester United have the better badge. So, where do we start? Do we want a magpie? Do they have a magpie? Is it a seahorse? What is on the Newcastle badge? I don't know. But we've got a red devil who, I don't want to say anything, but may or may not be my cousin. Now, stat 3. 100% of the time when rival fans refer to United, they are referring to Manchester United. Nobody calls them Newcastle United. They're Newcastle. They're nukes. They're a bomb waiting to go off, and we are going to make them go off hard and long. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Stat number 4. Manchester United are the greatest team to have ever played. Beautiful game. Everyone knows that by now. And most importantly, the final stat to give us a little bit of hope. Manchester United will beat Newcastle in the EFL Cup tomorrow. And we couldn't find any stats. Don't redact that comment, Mackenzie. I could find plenty of stats, okay? Did you not see that first stat? Yeah? I mean, that's all we need. Now, let's look at our records in the last 5 matches. You got Man United. Loss. Win, win, win. Loss. So, City may have got rid of our little purple patch that was going on. But when you look at Newcastle's, they're all over the place. I mean, yeah, West Ham have been decent this season. They picked up a draw against them. But look at that. They're not up to our standards. They don't even have 3 W's on the screen. Okay? So I think, now this is just my honestly biased opinion, I think they're going to get absolutely pummeled. Because we've lost 1 game in 29 matches against Newcastle at Old Trafford. How can we lose? That's the question that we should all be asking ourselves. How can we lose? Now we are talking, Mackenzie. 21-0 to us. Yes. Personally, my favourite was the second stat. I mean, it all plays a part. I mean, it's not just Arsenal that can go on about like trendy kits and stuff like that. We have the best badge in the Premier League. Play the under 18s, and that's the score. If we play the under 18s, we'll score 21-0. To be honest, last time in the cup, we played with what, like Garnacho left wing, Martial up front. Who was playing right wing again? Was it Ballistri? I think in all honesty, we should play the exact starting lineup, just with improved players in certain areas that we played against Crystal Palace, that scored 3 goals, because we have not been able to score more than 1 or 2 for what feels like forever. And I don't want to buy into it, but Martial FC, is he the key to us scoring more than 1 goal or 2 goals? Him being up front? Or what's going on? Because how have we not been able to do that when we're playing supposedly better players? Okay, to be fair, Dan Gore should play, like what I saw from him. Dan Gore's the talk of the town at the moment. I think I wouldn't be against Dan Gore starting. But who would you take out Dangor for? So he's an attacking. So you would take Bruno out for Dangor. Also, Kobe Mainu. Surely Kobe Mainu may get a start here. But I've got a feeling Newcastle are going to go all out for it, which is going to make Ten Hag also want to go all out for it. So don't know if he's going to risk it. Martial's link up is beautiful. In all honesty, I think if Højlund, even though he has been playing like decent off the ball and he's pressing, if he doesn't actually score a goal in the next 3 matches that he plays, then surely there has to be at least a shout for Martial to start up front and to give him a rest. I mean, why wouldn't we? I've got on the bench, super sub. If he doesn't score, it's Wakehorse 2.0. Oh, don't say that, man. Don't say that. Don't you dare try and compare Højlund to Carabao Cup winning Wakehorse. Okay? He was in a Carabao Cup winning side. If we lose against Newcastle tomorrow, even though the stats clearly tell us we're going to annihilate them, then nah. I'm sorry. I think we need to. People are talking about bringing De Gea back. We need to bring Wakehorse back. I don't care. He didn't score. I loved him, mate. We wouldn't be the team that we were last season without Wakehorse. Is it a shock that Wakehorse has left the side and then suddenly we're struggling? Coincidence? Me thinks not. He's like a B-Tech guy. Don't. Mackenzie, you need to like wash your mouth out with soap or wash your fingers that you're typing with or whatever you're doing, mate. I mean, how are you calling Wakehorse the B-Tech Agalo? This just turned into absolute anarchy. But yeah, so I still can't get over the stat that we've faced Newcastle 29 times at Old Trafford. We've won 20 of them, so about a 66.6% success rate. When it comes to drawing, we're at like a 25% rate of drawing at Old Trafford, and then 1 out of 30 times. So there's a 3% chance we lose tomorrow in my eyes. 3% chance. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it for a minute. Okay. So, who would you change in that predicted 11, Mackenzie? Garlo is my favourite player ever. Bloody hell, man. You got posters of Igalo up on your wall. Followed him to the Saudi League during a quarter of the time. Doesn't sound very good. It doesn't, does it? But then usually 66% is quite a large percentage in football. Like when you think of a top manager's win percentage, usually it's around 66%. Or it would be good if it was around 66%. So you're playing Diallo on the right. Is he back from injury? Have I missed that? He's returned to training, I'm seeing here. I don't know if he'll be available though. Yeah, he's been in training. Garnacho on the left. Yeah, I've got a feeling Ten Hag will play with Garnacho on the left. I just want to see Mainu. I want to see what he can actually do, because like there's pre-season and then there's the Premier League, so I kind of want to see what he can do. And need I remind everyone, we are defending this cup here. We are protecting this house. We are the champions. This is our playing ground. Newcastle should not be able to bully us. And we should dictate the play for every minute that we are on that pitch. If Mainu is available, get Scott out. Yeah, surely. Surely Scott's will want to go if Mainoo's available. Oh, I just want to see Mainoo and Fernandez link up as well. That'd be beauty. Played more games than he's played in a long time. Needs that rest. Yeah, and he's also shown that he can be effective off the bench as well. So no harm throwing Scott on the bench. But yeah, this has been a relatively spooky episode of Early Doors, hasn't it? Halloween. I mean, the thing is, the only people who are scared are going to be Newcastle's defenders. I'll tell you that for nothing. Yeah. Bruno needs to be playing on left-hand side of midfield if Mainoo plays. I feel like Bruno's better on the left-hand side. He's been playing on the right for quite a while now, but I always thought the Fernandez on the left-hand side of midfield actually looked pretty decent. Main looked good against Arsenal when dragging players out to the right. He also cooked rice like he was couscous. So hopefully Mainoo can be available, and we'll see. What's your score prediction, Mackenzie? (2-1 to us. I am feeling an identical score to yourself. I do think it's going to be one of those games, as every game has been this season, where we're on the edge of our seats. Bruno likes to drift out into left side, which allows Rashford to sit narrower, which is why Rashford not been very good this season. Do you know what really annoys me about Bruno this season? I don't know if it's it surely must be an instruction from Ten Hag, but the worst place and the place I never want to see Bruno when he's on a football pitch is back with the defenders and the fullbacks. Like, because we just know he's going to do a long ball which won't end up with a player, and then there's just nobody up front to like knit everything together. Whereas when Bruno's actually just behind the striker and the front three, and he's just like 5 yards, 10 yards behind them, and spreading it out to different areas to then actually create some movement, you can tell that we've got more zim in our play. But as soon as you see Bruno going to the back to collect the ball, you know that nothing's going to come of that attack because he's our only outlet. And he's not going to be able to assist someone from that far back, because teams know that all they have to do is sit in, and then obviously Rashford and Højlund don't have the space to run into. I could be the manager. I'm telling you now. I am a tactical genius. Pep actually got his inspiration for his tactics from year 10 me. I was talking about his system when Tuchel was at Chelsea. But I'm just a genius. If Mainoo plays, we got that youthful workhorse too. All right, genius. Okay, that's enough for one night. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Hopefully you have a lovely Halloween, Mackenzie. Try not to get too much sugar in your system, because I can tell you're quite excitable tonight. Had a bit too many yum yums. Or what sweets are you eating these days? What are the kids eating? Rainbow dust. Do you guys still have that? I don't know. Starbursts. There you go. You've just had one too many starbursts. Time to burst your bubble. And yum yums do bang, man. I'm trying to stay away. Okay. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. And yeah, let's hope we can get the win. Godspeed. Thanks for tuning in.